Well, hello everyone. My name is Bates. I'm the owner and proud, proud day-to-day slave over here at Gallop Technology Group. Just joking. I am excited about the topic today because this is one of those topics that a lot of our clients ask us about. What can we use in terms of technology to enhance our efficiency? How can we be more productive by using technology? Now, keep in mind that we have about 1.5 million opportunities to give you different examples of programs or processes or tools. Every day there are many, many new ones coming out, and every day many other ones are closing or stop working, etc., because of security reasons or breaches or lack of resources for the company that created them. However, it is very important to understand that those are just some of the recommendations here. And it's important to understand that we're not biased with any of that stuff almost at all. And if there's anything that you feel you can do better with another piece of software, stay where you are. If you're comfortable with where you are, just stay there. It's definitely important that we're going to be sticking to what we're already comfortable with. So let's start with a couple of the tools that we are going to cover today. First thing we're going to talk about is project management. Project management tools are going to be very interesting pieces of software that will help you not just with big projects, but it can help you either with those big projects or just managing little tasks or collaborate with your team. One of the things that we use, obviously, is Microsoft Teams, and there are companies or programs like Slack and, I'm lying. Well, one of the things we're using is Asana. I'm looking at the wrong slide over here, guys. I'm reading wrong. We use Asana internally just for some of our little marketing-related projects, because this is one of those great programs that you can, first of all, get for free with very limited limitations. But also you can combine outside sources to easily collaborate with you if you have contractors working remotely with you or contributing to a project or a task. So for example, in our case, we use Asana to manage our web development programs or web development tasks or projects. And we have an SEO company that updates the tasks that we give them on Asana so we can always see what's happening. Basecamp and Trello, those are a couple of other very popular ones, and I'm sure you guys have all seen the Monday.com commercials. Those are very, very few of many, many options out there for project management. If you're kind of lost where you don't understand really how to be more efficient and collaborate more efficiently with your team or even with yourself to track specific tasks and deadlines, etc., you should try one of those. I highly recommend Asana. Their app on the phone is really good as well. Another area that you can take advantage of technology is the communication and collaboration tools. And this is what I meant before with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Slack, Google Meet, Cisco WebEx. Cisco used to be the ruler in this area, but kind of disappeared because I think they kind of lost the touch with small businesses. And because of that, bigger businesses also moved to what they have included in almost every plan that they have with Microsoft or with Google, which is Google Meet and Microsoft Teams. So those are platforms that allow you to more easily communicate with each other, share files, and have virtual meetings. The presentation we're doing right now is actually a town hall presentation with Microsoft Teams, where we actually embed that on our website. So if you go to our website, to a special page we created, you see this specific webinar being live broadcasted. So again, many options out there. These are just some of the more popular ones. Another area is customer relationship management tools, CRM tools. Keeping track of clients, prospects, sales, marketing campaigns. There are many, many, many solutions out there and a lot of great integrations. And my tip to you is, if you are entering data in more than one place, that means that either those two programs that you use are not communicating with each other correctly or at all, or it means that you're not choosing the right piece of software and you probably want to reconsider what software you're using. I'll give you an example. On the marketing campaign, one of the things that we use internally here is a program called Glasshive. And Glasshive is all web-based and it's really cool. And that's allowing us to send mass emails to all of our customers and prospects. But the nice thing about it is that it can also post social media posts um, based on uh, plans that we have or playbooks that we put in place. So we can time when to post some social media posts, once every Tuesday and two times on the other week. So whatever, at the same time, send emails to our prospects or our clients. And it can track, of course, who clicked on what, who shared. We can see interactions and communication that are happening between our team and the clients that will help us rate the hotness, for example, of a prospect. Um, Zoho CRM, Zoho in general is a very wonderful set of tools. It's like an ecosystem similar to Microsoft and Google when it comes to a bundle of services. So I would definitely recommend looking at Zoho CRM because there's a bunch of other Zoho products that integrate with each other. Pipedrive and Fresh Sales, a couple of other names that you might have heard of and might want to take a look at. If you currently don't have a way to track who you market to and which opportunities came through your door or called you but never closed, you need, as a business owner, as a manager, you need to obviously know those things. CRM software is what is going to be needed for that to make it very easy. Another area is time management and tracking tools. So this is very also important part if you are billing by the hour. Many of our clients are law firms, and obviously they have their own tools that are more related and tailored to the legal industry. But almost all of our other clients already utilize time tracking or time management tools in their business because they realize that you can easily take that information that is being tracked and then import that into, let's say, QuickBooks or whatever billing software you use. Makes your life much easier. It's all streamlined. The rescue time and Clockify are the two things that we've seen being used the most in the last few months. You can use that to track time entries, not just by people entering their notes, etc., but also clocking in and clocking out. You're going to be able to use that for payroll reasons, of course. Next area we want to cover to make your life easier by using technology in your business is data analytics and business intelligence tools. Now, not every business, mostly almost none of the small businesses these days are actually using data analytics and business intelligence, and that's a shame. Every business can benefit from some data analytics in one way or another, and not having the right tool for that is a waste. I'll give you an example. If you are a law firm, you probably want to be able to track not just the efficiency of the lawyers in your firm, but you also want to track the efficiency of the paralegals, for example, especially if you outsource some of that work. And then you can run some numbers at the end of the year to see what type of cases that you take on are the most profitable for you. You might think that it's A, but it's actually B, but you're not going to know that until you actually get those numbers in front of you. We had a couple of clients that started using data analytics and realized that the family law attorneys are bringing money in, but the expenses are way higher than almost any other area of law that they service in that firm. And they were able to do that by using, in this case, Power BI, which is a Microsoft product. And it is great to be able to get those numbers to be able to be more profitable. Same thing with onboarding processes for a new employee, for example, or new clients. When you have a new employee, you go through training, tracking how much time people not just watch the training videos, for example, but also communicate with the rest of the team asking questions. If you cannot track something, you won't be able to, well, what's the phrase? If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So measuring and tracking those times and the data entries, and by zip code or whatever it is, you can conclude a lot of great conclusions at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter and make some intelligent business decisions. Another huge area is document management system, or DMS. DMS are very important for businesses that are using a lot of data. Those are mostly going to be law firms, some medical offices, definitely financial institutions where there's going to be a need to track for compliance reasons and keep a lot of documentation, uh, scanning, going paperless, etc. There are quite a few solutions out there these days, and new ones popping up all the time. The most popular one that we see is Microsoft SharePoint, and that's because Microsoft offers, for almost any license that you get today with Microsoft, for your company, for your tenant, regardless if you have one person or 100 people, you get Microsoft SharePoint 1 terabyte of cloud storage as part of it at no extra cost. So if you license one user for $12 a month, you're going to get 1 terabyte for Microsoft SharePoint. On top of that, Microsoft is going to give you 1 terabyte per licensed user. So that $12 a month for the one licensed user will get you actually 2 terabytes of online cloud storage. Now, this is not just the cloud storage we're talking about. Microsoft SharePoint, just like eFile Cabinet and iManage and DocuWare, etc., those are some examples of DMS solutions that help you a lot with indexing documents and mostly searching and finding information in documents, running some queries to see, for example, to do a conflict check. Okay, if you have a document management system, you can search for a specific name of somebody that is asking for your legal help, for example, or if you want to look when somebody was seeing a specific doctor or were taking a specific medication, you can run some queries if all the documentation is inside a system that is actually indexed correctly, and there are metadata, meta tags, additional information that you can add to specific documents. So in the past, it was just a document name that will help you distinguish and find information. Then it was evolved over to where you can search for the document name, but also for content in the document itself. Then the next evolution was that you can search on your computer or on the cloud for a document name or content that's typed in the document, but also maybe images that contain scanned information inside those documents, attachments, for example, or embedded images. So those things evolve all the time, but sometimes you have to add some metadata, you have to add some more tags or more information to the documents just to distinguish them without having to type inside the document. You can maybe not alternate the document itself if it's a legal compliant type kind of document. So using metadata is very helpful for companies that use a lot of documents and need to search for it. And those are some of the solutions that allow that. Some of them are free, some of them cost a lot of money. Marketing automation tools, those are some of the more obvious examples you guys have seen probably before, MailChimp and HubSpot, etc. Those allow you to send email campaigns, but also tie into some lead generation. One of the things that I recommend is to check Apollo, APOLLO. I think it's apollo.ai if I'm not wrong. Apollo is a piece of software, it's an online solution that allows you to search just like you could maybe in LinkedIn, to search for specific employees with a specific title in a specific size company in a specific zip code. And you can then download that data and create marketing lists. And that can tie into some of those solutions I'm showing on the screen over here. But it's making it all very easy, because you're querying the data, you're downloading information from from the internet directly into your marketing automation tools. Our next thing is inventory management tools. For those of you who have inventory that you manage and you still use Excel or, God forbid, a piece of paper to keep track of your inventory, those are some solutions. Here's Zoho again that I was talking about. NetSuite is a huge one. Fishbowl inventory, those are big names. Those solutions become more and more affordable as the competition grows, but they also become more and more affordable when you think about the fact that they are integrated with more and more solutions out there. For example, again, integration with QuickBooks, if that's what you use for your accounting, for your billing, etc., or integration with FreshBooks or with Zoho billing or Sage or whatever it is. If you have an inventory management tool that can easily talk to, in quotes, a barcode scanner that you can get off of eBay for $15, or print out barcodes or QR codes and start tagging your inventory, those solutions will help you produce those QR codes or barcodes and manage the inventory this way. Financial management tools, those are obviously, bookkeeping, invoicing, taxes, etc., budgeting. QuickBooks is one of the most popular ones in the small business world. FreshBooks and Sage are the next ones that are on the list that we've seen being used a lot. A lot of people underutilize those programs, and to become a better business manager or owner, you need to be able to understand what juice you can squeeze out of those programs you might be paying for already. And it's kind of like the human brain, right? We're told that we're using about 5 or whatever % off of our brain. You probably do the same with QuickBooks, for example. How many people don't utilize QuickBooks for budgeting, for example, or for integration with other pieces of software to allow you to collect the data, to allow you to run the right numbers? HR management tools, we've seen commercials on that many, many times over the last couple of years. Workday and ADP, Zenefits, and Bamboo, those are very easy to use in most cases and geared usually for small businesses. I think once you get to 10, 20 people or more, we've seen those type of businesses start working with companies like Insperity, for example, who is an outsourced HR company that we are in love with. But if you're in a DIY type of environment and you want to have your own piece of software to manage onboarding, to manage performance, payroll, etc., this is something that you can check and make your life easier. The onboarding portion of those tools is something that's underutilized also. I'm sure for those of you who have a decent amount of employees come and go over the year, you probably know how annoying it is to onboard an employee, and it's not just about collecting the I-9 and the other forms, it's about training them and tracking, did they complete the training? We, for example, have training videos that we put for all of our new employees based on their position. They watch different videos or some of the similar videos. How do we know that they watched it and understood what they watched? So in our system, we have a way to track not just if they watched the videos, but also we can quiz them about the video. We want to make sure that they watched it and actually understand what they watched. And if they fail that quiz, then they need to watch it again, and then the second quiz is either done automatically online again, or their supervisor or manager will have to quiz them and ask them questions to make sure they really understood it the next time. So having those type of tools to make sure comprehension actually takes place during the onboarding process is something that's very underutilized, unfortunately. Our next is e-commerce platform. So if you do sell anything, again, even law firms and anybody that sells services, why not integrate your sales process, not just offline, but also online? Many people do not think about just offering the clients to go online to their website. And many of our clients are not looking at it for some reason, but it can save so much time to send your clients over to your website and pay for specific hours or specific consultation, already get that portion out of the way. And by paying for it, they can also check the checkbox that they agree to the terms of service and they understand all the limitations, etc. You can get a lot of the onboarding of the client out of the way. You don't have to just sell tangible items. A lot of businesses, unfortunately, don't take advantage of the fact that they can sell digital content also. I can actually charge for the webinar that you guys are watching right now and have an e-commerce platform to collect money and send you the link and track who watched it and how many times and limit it for every person to only watch it one time, to not allow you to download or to send you a follow-up email. Did you enjoy it? To rank it, all that fun stuff. So again, it's not just about e-commerce for people that sell parts or for selling food. It's about services and digital content as well that you can consider making really a lot of money off of, and you're not even touching it right now for some reason, leaving money on the table. One of our favorite tools to make your business more efficient and up to date is cybersecurity tools, and those are usually provided to you by your IT provider or your managed service provider or your cybersecurity company. If you are a DIY company, again, this is something that you want to make sure that you're choosing the right tools out there, because there is a reason why one tool is going to be free of $3 per computer per month, and another one will be $20 per computer per month or $500 for the company or whatnot. Not everything is created equally when it comes to cybersecurity tools. Believe me, there's a huge difference between many of the solutions out there. And it's important to understand that this is brought in over here in terms of efficiency, because if you get a cyber attack, your efficiency can go down to zero very quickly. There is huge opportunity cost you're going to be losing and wasting if you're dealing with a breach. If you can prevent it, do whatever you can to prevent it. Workflow automation tools, again, a lot of tools out there that are going to be very wonderful to utilize. Zapier, Automate.io, If This Then That, IFTTT, Microsoft Power Automate, which is another cool tool that your Microsoft license probably has the basics at least included in it. A lot of automatic processes that you don't have to do more than once after you set it up. Integration between software, between data entry that needs to happen from one program to another. Check it out, guys. Talk to your IT company about how you can make your workflow more automated using one of those tools. Mobile workforce management tools. This is, needless to say, a lot of people work from home, but how do you track what they're doing? And how do you track when they clock in and clock out? How do you track their documents and the pictures that they take if it's a field technician? And how do you track the time entries that they actually work and that they actually enter into the right client file, etc.? Those are the type of things that will be used very easily if you have a good mobile workforce management tool. Digital signage tool. A lot of companies neglect to take advantage of the fact that you can buy a 70-inch TV for like $400 today and put it in your waiting room, and you can have amazing slides created automatically using AI and content and promotions in your waiting area, in your conference room, outside of your building, attached to the window that everybody walking by the hallway or outside of the building can see those. Take advantage of those things. Those programs are amazing and cost maybe just a few dollars a month in most cases. Some of them are very expensive as well, but for small businesses, you can take a lot of opportunities to market yourselves a lot more. The biometric security systems, again, save time and be more efficient and collect more reliable information by scanning biometrics to authenticate people, checking in and checking out devices using a thumbprint or retina scan, etc., to log into computers or log into or enter the doors, etc. Cloud-based disaster recovery tools. Again, on the IT side, there are quite a few solutions out there, and those are also important to know why we recommend them over here. Because if you have an outage and you want to be able to recover, that's one thing. Recovery can take a few days because you might have to continue downloading tons of data that's going to take days with your internet connection, or wait until you buy the next replacement server, and then you can start recovering the data from the cloud or from wherever. But having a good disaster recovery tool, especially if it's also cloud-based and an on-prem solution, allows you to go back to work on a cloud environment as if you're still in the office and as if nothing happened. So solutions out there that we utilize for our clients are definitely affordable. Some of them are also very expensive, but we can definitely consult you and recommend some of the better ones that are really affordable to be able to have pretty much minutes of downtime instead of days in case of a real disaster. Smart office solutions, again, those are uh, the obvious ones where you can control the temperature and remote access and measure maybe humidity in your server room and turning off the lights to save electricity, etc. Outsourcing is another tool that you can use as a business manager or owner to make your life a lot easier and be more efficient. DIY is nice, but at a certain point, the opportunity cost is just going to kill you. Doing your own bookkeeping or your own IT or your own data entry or phone answering, there are so many third-party solutions out there. The world is so small today. You can get tools, you can get outsourced companies to do it for you. So talk to your IT company to recommend any of those for you, or your business coach, etc. VR and augmented reality, VR and AR tools will be also wonderful if you need to do product demonstration, or if you want to talk to your clients in a very cool way. I heard of a financial advisor that's dealing with very, very few high-end clients. That's all they take on. And though they sent a VR, an AR goggles basically to their clients, and they basically talk to them through that, walking them through presentations as if they're in the same room, and it's just an amazing marketing tool as well. Something to think about. And of course, using AI. There are thousands of tools out there today built on AI, and look at some of those examples over here on the right side on the box. You can save so much time, and so many things can be done more efficiently and faster, way faster if you use AI. I created a bunch of PowerPoint presentations using AI, and obviously using Google Forms and Microsoft Forms, using AI to create those for you, to collect data that's important for customer feedback or for employee feedback, or creating logos or any kind of art. Think about those things. We don't have time for a demo at this point, but I'm happy to provide you a demo if you guys want to reach out and request one. We do that a lot at no cost, and we love doing it. I want to offer a couple of things for those of you who are interested. Domain and email security assessment. There's a few reasons why every business should do that on a regular basis. We do it for free as a courtesy to anybody that's asking. No strings attached. Ask for it. We'll send you the report and offer to talk to you about it. But if you choose to just take it and do whatever you want with that, that's up to you. No problem. And there's a hacking video that I created that I highly recommend you guys take a look at. Doesn't cost anything, of course, as well, besides the fact that it will cost you a lot of headache if you don't know those type of things, of how easy it is to hack into somebody's computer just by using Word document. And I'm going to offer that you stay in touch. I post a lot of content on social media, and our company does a lot of Q&A online and a lot of nice content on our YouTube channel. So all of those things can be linked to from my landing page, and that's on galloptechgroup.com/Beits. You can scan that QR code to be taken to that and look at all the links from there. I'm happy to chat with anybody that needs help. That's what we're here for. Thank you so much for joining today. And I know I speak fast. I know people love it because they can pause it if it's a recording. If you don't have the recording, you're watching it live right now, reach out and we'll send you a link to the recording when it is available and edited. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.